Hello again, welcome to another edition of the Real Ale Guide. Straight back on after the clouded yellow from St Austell Brewery. Unfortunately I didn't like that, I had to swill my mouth, it completely numbed my palate. We're going on with another beer from St Peter's. It's their mild, it's 3.7%. Let's try and get this to focus in, there you go. Some people say milds are dead. People want to drink stronger beers, a lot more flavour, but I do like a mild. Fair play, I do like a mild. If you say some days you've really had a hard day, just say you've had a hard day, you've been on the phone arguing with somebody and your mind's really, you know, tough day. Don't really want to think about much. You probably don't really want to think about the beer you're drinking. You just want to have a nice beer which has got relaxed flavours. Then why not pick up a mild? Why not pick up a mild? I have not been overly keen in the past with the green bottles used with St Peter's beer. It has unfortunately made their beers taste quite skunky, but we will give it a go. We'll give it a good review. I'll just show you before I pour it. It's an 18th of November 2011 freshness date on there, so the beer should be fresh. But if it's been put on a shelf for quite a long time, even a couple of months, then it's going to get affected by the light. Unfortunately, clear and green bottles let in a lot of light and it affects the beer. But this, on the other hand, is a dark beer, may not be affected at all. That has poured out beautifully. It's very dark on the camera. If you see there, just see in the corner there, that's the colour I'm getting of the beer. It's not as dark as it looks on camera. Very, very deep ruby colour. If I had a torch, I'd like to shine a torch through it just to show you, but I haven't got a torch unfortunately. Okay. Aroma, St Peter's mild. Wow, oh that does smell good. Plenty of roasted chocolate malts going on, caramel, coffee. This should taste a lot better than the clouded yellow I just reviewed. Cheers everyone. Unbelievable. I was talking earlier about mild flavours. We've had a numbing day, a mind numbing day. That is such a smooth beer. That is fantastic. Because it's so dark, it hasn't been affected by the light at all. None at all. Chocolate malts, coffee, burnt caramel. That is very, very good beer for something which is just 3.7% in the volume. And it's a real shame. It may look to some people that I just don't like St Peter's beers. That is not the case. That is not the case. It's just unfortunate they've used these green bottles here. I think if I was to try their beers on cask, the IPA, which I didn't really like because of the skunkiness, and their grapefruit beer, I think they would be absolutely great beers on cask. Because the beers which are dark and they're robust enough to not get affected by the light do taste very, very nice indeed. This is not a mind-numbing thing, don't have to think about beer at all. If you want that, go and buy a lager. I can't get over the amount of flavour for 3.7%. I cannot believe it. It's wonderful. It's very smooth. It's very silky. Got a very silky mouthfeel. And right on the finish you get it. The very, very burnt caramel is the last thing you taste. You get chocolate fizz, chocolate malts, caramel, and then that bitterness, that burnt bitterness is right on the end of the palate. It's going down very, very well. Could I session this? The drinkability, the saleability of this is spot on. I'm just going to slow up because I'm getting slightly bloated. Read you on the back of the bottle what it says. A classic example of a beer mild in hops but not in flavour. It's not mild in flavour at all. It's lovely. Sweetness balanced by bitter chocolate malt to produce a rare but much sought after traditional mild. I do like a traditional mild. I hope they don't die a death. I hope that along the way these milds make a fantastic comeback. I was lucky enough to go to Ludlow judging, and I had a conversation with a guy called Guy Shepherd of X Valley Brewery, and he was talking up milds all the way on the train journey. He was giving the strengths and why he makes mild beers and what gives him the reason to do that. And it's because if you get it right, you can get a beer which you can drink all night at 3.7% with plenty of flavour, and you're not on the floor afterwards. So check out Guy at X Valley Brewery, based down in Dartmoor way, down in that way. Back to the beer. St Peter's Brewery is located in a medieval hall in a remote and beautiful corner of Suffolk. There our beers begin their lives deep below the brewery with water drawn from a pure source, as it has been for over 700 years. Essential for the full flavour and pure character of all St Peter's beers. Our beautiful flask-shaped oval bottle is a faithful copy of one produced 1770 for Thomas Gerard of Gibbonstown, just across the Delaware River from Philadelphia. The original is now kept at St Peter's Hall and is a rare example of an oval 18th century beer bottle. There you go. That's the classic beer bottle he's talking about. I often wondered if the classic beer bottle is green. Maybe because it was cheap glass. But look at the colour on that, it's almost luminous. One of my fans pointed out to me the other day that you say you always drink a beer on the Real Ale Guide. I haven't been recently because I've been doing back-to-back reviews. But I still have most of the Clouded Yellow, which I just couldn't finish. So I can fit this one in. Time for the rating. the Beeraholic. The Beeraholic told me you didn't finish that beer. So people are watching, people are taking notes, it's great. St. Peter's Mild, 3.7% ABV, for me gets a staggering 9. 9 out of 10. Reason being is because there's so much flavour in this beer for 3.7%. Like I've said before, I hope milds are not dead. I heard people tweeting. Oh, sorry, I heard people tweeting. What am I talking about? I was reading people's tweets. I think I read Zach Avery put some milds in his bagging bin and none of them got sold. And I think he said so much for milds not being dead. I hope they're not. Email me, realaleguy@googlemail.com. Twitter, www.twitter.com/realaletoday. Facebook, Real Ale Craft Beer. Now this website for these is www.stpetersbrewery.co.uk. Check out this beer. It's a good one. Thanks for watching. I'll always answer your comments. Subscribe if you like, and cheers.